When we talk about Greek mythology and ancient Greek gods, the very first name to appear in our minds is Zeus, the ruler of Mt Olympus and king of the gods. In fact, there are very few that doesn't know Zeus's name, as the Western media features him in many movies, games, novels, comic books, and more. But there is much more to the character of Zeus, and that's what we're gonna discuss. If you like this content, consider liking and subscribing, as there are more to come. The ancient Greek pantheon was filled with gods and goddesses. Among them, the most honored and the most famed is their leader, Zeus, the thunderer, the lightninger, and the hailed king of the gods. He was the supreme god in the Greek pantheon. Being the ruler of the skies, he was the god of thunder, lightning, storm, and rain. Seated on his throne on the highest peaks of Mount Olympus, he governs the cosmos and commands the natural forces of the universe. Being the leader of all gods, he had the highest of all authority, as he, other than being a thunder god, is also the protector of humanity and associated with moral, justice, law, and order. Thus, he acts as the supreme judge to all beings in the universe, and keeps injustice in check, and brings forth punishment to any who dares break the law and commit immoral actions. Another thing he was associated with was hospitality, as in the ancient Greek culture, hospitality and serving one's guest was seen as a noble act, and thus any insult to the practice on the account of both guest or the host will be seen as an insult to Zeus himself and can invoke his wrath. Being called the father of men and gods, he protects those in his refuge, both mortals and immortals. As the leader of the gods, he led them to many victory, including the battle against titans and the battle against giants. Anyone, be it man, monster, or other gods, who dare commits immoral act or challenges the authority of the gods, he will not hesitate to hold his weapon, the mighty thunderbolts, and strike his enemy down. Of course, all these powers did not come without struggle, as even the king of the gods had to fight for authority against the titans. As I talked in my video about Zeus's birth, linked in the top right corner card, Zeus, being the son of the leader of all titans, Cronus, had to dethrone his tyrannical father to establish his authority. And he, alongside the other gods, the siblings of Zeus, Hestia, Hera, Demeter, Hades, and Poseidon, set their rule to govern the cosmos. But Zeus didn't keep all, as he shared his power and authority with his brothers Hades and Poseidon. Thus, they, as the three main deities of Greek mythology, divided their role, as Zeus ruling the heavens, Poseidon ruling the seas, and Hades ruling the underworld. Zeus took his sister Hera as his wife and continued to have a powerful and sovereign dominion over the cosmos. But even as the keeper of justice and moral, every rules of morality doesn't apply to Zeus. As the king, he does as he wishes. Even being married to Hera, Zeus had countless infamous affairs with other goddesses and mortal women, and these unions produced many later gods and demigods. Other than having the legitimate children with Hera that gave birth to the gods Ares and Hephaestus, he fathered Apollo and Artemis with the goddess Leto, and Athena with the goddess Metis, and Hermes by the Pleiad Maya, and thus he fathered many of the Olympic gods. He also had many demigod children like Hercules, who was born to the mortal queen Alcmene or Perseus with the princess Danae, and the famous Helen of Troy with Leto. He is perhaps the main character, as the entire Greek mythical world revolves around him, and this is what makes Zeus the most important god in Greek mythology.